Hey, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, and give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Best Rachak with us. The honors unto the elders, Apostle Great Millstone. The elders, Great Millstone. And of course, peace and blessings under the hopeful elect. The sincere servants of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai. Serve him in truth and sincerity. So, on the by the Chayabah from G Men's Plain Temples Camp, coming back with another lesson to the Spirit. This lesson will be based off of Immortality, or it will be entitled Immortality Awaits the Elect. And of course, within the scriptures, it constantly speaks about how Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai will grant immortality unto his people, the Israelites, starting with the elect. But to read real quick, it says in Matthew chapter 24 and 30, so it says, "And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory." Yeah, we understand how Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, is coming back. You know, in these end times. Of course, we understand how we are at the end, and Yahushua is going to come back at the climax once these trials and tribulations get to the worst point, which is ultimately going to be when the nuclear war happens. That's going to be the pinnacle of pretty much the trials and tribulations, because again that's going to be the war that causes great destruction, mainly upon Babylon the Great. Because Babylon the Great, which is America, will be destroyed by nuclear fire. But what it says, so to read that again, it says, "And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven." Yeah, by the way, the scriptures speak about this. There's going to be a war. These other nations will make an alliance with one another to take down Babylon the Great, which is America. It says, "And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory." Yes, so Yahushua will be coming back in the heavens, or from the heavens to the earth with power and great glory, says. Yeah, in the clouds of heaven with power. Yeah, because ultimately Yahushua is going to come back in his great chariot. So Yahushua, the scriptures say how Yahushua is not going to meet thee as a man. He's not going to meet, when he comes back, he's not going to come back in a form. Yahushua is going to come back in his new angelic body. Which Yahushua currently, as we speak, he's in his angelic body. But he's going to come back with that new body. He's not going to come back again, in that flesh that he was in while he was on planet Earth. Just, in the flesh. He's coming back in the angelic body with his angels, his army. So it says, verse 31, "And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet. They shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other." Yeah, so Yahushua is going to be gathering his angels. It's like Yahushua is going to be gathering his elect from the four winds. And he's going to send his angels, it says, with the sound of a great trumpet. And they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, because the angels are going to be in their own chariots. Not only is Yahushua coming back in his massive chariot, the Lord will be sending his angels to beam up the elect that are around the four winds, the whole entire world. But of course, the main deliverance is going to be happening in Babylon the Great, which is America, because again, this place will be destroyed by nuclear fire. So Yahushua will have to save his elect that's located here within, which the elect are the Israelites. But even within, the elect nation out of all nations are the Israelites. But even within the nation of Israel, you have elect Israelites. Because not all Israel will be saved. Not all Israelites will be saved. You have a remnant out of the nation of Israel that will be saved. Why? Because the Lord set it up that way. You have Israelites that will repent and hearken unto this truth. So it says, yeah, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven, even, or like it says, from one end of heaven to the other. And of course, they're gonna have the innumerable multitude saved around the world. Because again, it's gonna be a time that's never been witnessed. So Yahushua is gonna have to save his elect that's located around the whole entire planet. Now, what are we gonna, what's gonna happen once we get beaten up into the chariots? What's gonna happen? Because I mean, a lot of it's not really considered what's gonna happen. I mean, a lot of people don't even understand this. First and foremost, that what Yahushua is gonna, and Yahushua is only dealing with his elect Israelites, but what Yahushua is gonna be beaming up his elect in those so-called UFOs. So the scriptures describe the so-called UFOs in Zechariah chapter 5, really the scriptures describe the chariots, which are today deemed as so-called UFOs. It's really those are the chariots of the Lord. A lot of people don't understand that, and I'm mainly referring out to our people. They don't understand. I mean, what's gonna happen once we get beaten up in those chariots, and what we meet with Yahushua. So to read real quick, well, it says 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and 40. There are also celestial bodies, a body terrestrial, but the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. Yeah, so it says there are celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial. The glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial
Strong's
is one.
G 2032. Epuranias. Epuranias.
It says existing in heaven, things that take place in heaven. Yeah, so it says of heavenly origin or nature. So yeah, so when you get the
Strong's G 4983. Soma. Soma.
Strong's G 4983. Soma.
which means the body of men. It says the body both of men, of animals, or it says the living body. So ultimately, well, of course, this body, the flesh that we are in, where you have bodies that are terrestrial, bodies that are for the earth, and you have bodies that are heavenly. You have, or the better put it, you have bodies, you have you have a earthly flesh, you have earthly bodies, but you also have heavenly bodies. Which what? These are going to be the bodies that we receive, the new and perfect bodies. Because guess what? It says in verse 41, there's one glory of the sun, and another glory of the moon, and another glory of the stars. For one star differeth from another star in glory. So is the resurrection of the dead. It is sown in corruption. It says it is sown in corruption. Yeah, it says it is sown in corruption. It is raised in corruption. It is sown in dishonor, it is raised in glory. It is sown in weakness, it is raised in power. It is sown a natural body, it is raised a spiritual body. There is a natural body, and there's a spiritual body. Yeah, so right now we're in those natural bodies. We are in the flesh of corruption. Meaning that what, we can die. We can get sick. We can, you experience pain. And the older you get, once you get to a certain point, your body starts to deteriorate. That shows that we are in a natural, we are in a natural body. We are in a terrestrial body. But what it says that there is a spiritual body. So there's a spiritual body, which is incorruptible. When you get that word for incorruptible, this is a Greek word.
Strong's G 861. Aphtharsia. Aphtharsia.
Strong's G 861. Aphtharsia. Aphtharsia.
Yeah, which means perpetuity, or it says perpetuity, purity, sincerity, incorrupt. It says unending existence, incorruptibility. See? Yeah, so these incorruptible bodies are going to be, since they're incorruptible, meaning these are going to be the bodies without sin. Of course, once, I mean, but the scriptures are going to go into it. But yeah, the point is that the bodies of incorruption, what does that really mean? That means that these will be the bodies of eternity. And then, as the definition said, of perpetuity, or perpetuity, meaning everlasting. So what does that signify? That signifies immortality. It says, verse 45. And so it is written, the first Adam, or it's like it says, the first man Adam was made a living soul. The last man, it's like it says, the last Adam was made a quickening spirit. Yeah, of course, we know the first man Adam because we understand Yahushua, the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Well, Yahushua was Adam through reincarnation. And what? Adam went off, he sinned, and of course, that brought forth corruption upon the earth. But what it says, the last Adam was made a quickening spirit. When you get that word for quickening within the Greek,
Strong's G 2227. Zoapoieo. Zoapoieo.
2227. Zoapoieo. Zoapoieo.
yes, which means, it says, the cause to live, make alive, great life. It says, by spiritual power, to rouse and invigorate, to restore to life. It says, of the Spirit, quickening as respects the Spirit, endowed with new and greater powers of life. Exactly, and that's exactly how Yahushua is going to come back. Of course, what? Adam, which of course, again, was Yahushua through reincarnation. He went off, but guess what? Yahushua is coming back in that new perfect body. You're going to have that quickening spirit. A spirit of greater powers. From the heavens, it says, verse 46, howbeit that was not, it says, howbeit that was not first which is spiritual, but that which is natural, and afterward that which is spiritual. The first man of the earth so it says the first man is of the earth, earthy. And the second man, it says the second man is the Lord from heaven. See? So this is showing you how Yahushua was Adam through reincarnation. But this time, Yahushua will be incorruptible, meaning, because ultimately Adam, even though was the point where, of course, they didn't sin, so they weren't subject unto death. But the point is that the Heavenly Father Yahweh, he already set up, of course, the sons of God to go off. So ultimately we didn't truly have those truly again we weren't set up to be incorruptible at first. The Lord set us up to be corruptible, why? So we can experience how it is to be in the flesh, how it is to be under our oppressors, how it feels to be under the other nations, which are our oppressors. So with Esau, Edom, the Heavenly Father Yahweh is making it known. It says, or is making it known unto us Israelites. So it says, verse 48, as is the earthy, such are they also that are earthy, and as is the heavenly, such are they also that are heavenly. And as we have borne the image of the earthly, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly. And there you have it. So we shall also bear the image of the heavenly, meaning how what the angels look like, how Yahushua looks like. Guess what? We're gonna take that same appearance, man. Yahushua and the angels are perfect. So what does that mean? We're gonna become perfect as well, and we're gonna be incorruptible, meaning that we're not gonna be going off anymore and sinning. It says so, verse 50. So look, it says the mystery of resurrection is what is that's the header. It says, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. See? Yeah, so within the kingdom of heaven, you can't take this body with you. You can't be in the chariots, just beholding the so-called UFOs. You can't be inside of them again, which the angels pilot these chariots. You can't be inside of them, with these fleshly bodies. These bodies would perish. They would deteriorate, or they would fade away. And they couldn't behold the things from the heavens, man. So what? We're gonna have to be changed. That's the point. To meet Yahweh, once we meet Yahushua in the air, which I got the priesthood loaded up, but we're gonna be changed. It says, "Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in a tinkle." So this is going in onto the changing. Us going, of course, us hopeful elect, us going from those old bodies, these deteriorating fleshly bodies, corruptible bodies. What it says, "Behold, I show you mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed." So there you have it. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. See? So what? We're all going to be changed once Yahushua comes back. And when I say all, I'm not referring on to all people upon the planet Earth. I'm referring on to all of the Israelites. That's who it's really, all of the elect Israelites. That's who it's really about the elect of the nation of Israel, the remnant of the nation of Israel. That's who it's really about. And what? They're going to be changed. It says, "For this credible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality." So there you have it. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So this goes into literally how, again, the elect will receive immortality. The elect Israelites. Getting that word for immortality. Hey, and what's the same word that we just went into?
Strong's G 110.
Seems like
Athanasia. Athanasia.
G110. Athanasia.
It says undying, everlasting. It also says death, or it says deathlessness. So there you have it, man. Undying, everlasting. That's what awaits the elect. And what this, we're gonna, within the kingdom of heaven, the scriptures say we're gonna have our heart's desire. We're gonna be ruling over these other nations. We're not gonna be under, our oppressors. We're not gonna be under our captors. We're not gonna be under these other nations, these heathen anymore. The reason why we're in the situation that we are in is because we went off and we sinned against Yahweh, who the world that ignorantly calls God, and Yahushua, the world that ignorantly calls Jesus. But we sinned against Yahweh and Bahashem, meaning in the name of. Because in order to come unto the Heavenly Father, you got to come through the Son. So because we sin against Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, guess what? The Lord put us in bondage under the heathen. But guess what? Once Yahushua comes back, he's going to set up his righteous rulership. We're not going to be under, oppression and under the heathen anymore. We're going to be ruling over these other nations, and this new kingdom Yahushua's kingdom will be everlasting. But the kingdom of righteousness will be everlasting because it's going to be perfect. And the Israelites will become perfect, starting with the elect Israelites. So it says, so when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then should be brought to pass the saying that it is written, death is swallowed up in victory. It says, O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? It says, the sting of death is sin, but the strength of sin is a law. So there you have it, man. It says, hey, yeah, because what? We're going to conquer death. Through receiving those bodies of incorruption, we're going to conquer death, man. Once Yahweh Bashim Yahushai gives us his new bodies, well, we draw to the end, Yahweh Tezah, we're going to receive that reward, which are the bodies of incorruption. It says, verse 57, but thanks be to the Most High, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahushua Mashiach. Therefore, my brethren, it says, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. So this is why we're doing the work that we're doing right now as prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, constantly feeding the sheep, going into these scriptures, studying to show ourselves approved, going out there harvest and bobbies, praying, fasting, do what we have to do before Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. This is why we're doing it. Always abounding in the work of the Lord, being steadfast and unmovable, meaning faithful unto doing this work, man. And faithful unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It says, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. And yet everything we just read, man, is showing you the reward of the servants of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So this is a reward for serving the Lord, man. And hey, as the scriptures say, pretty much what the Lord is giving us is a light thing, meaning this work and what the commandments that we have received is a light thing compared to what we are going to receive. The reward that we're going to receive is a light thing compared to what the Lord has charged us to do. So it says 2 Thessalonians chapter 4 and 13. It says, but I would not have you be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, that ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. Yeah, of course, because you have brothers who are passed on, within the truth. You have brothers who have passed on, meaning what? They passed away within the truth. It says that ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. For if we believe that Yahushua died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahushua will the Most High bring with him. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we, it's like it says, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord should not prevent them which are asleep. Meaning Yahushua is going to resurrect the ones who are asleep, the ones who are currently asleep, because you don't truly die. Really, it's no such thing as death. It's simply a transferring of the spirit. Your body, either your body gets put in the flesh. Yeah, your body is in the flesh, or your body is in the heavens. Or Slakia. Your spirit is in the body, meaning, or in the flesh, or your spirit is in the heavens. And what? Of course, as we know, there's reincarnation within the scriptures. Once you die, you're put into a new body, or you come back, third or fourth generation, through your father's seed. After 3 and 4 generations, you come back and you're put into a new flesh. But guess what? This time, once Yahushua comes back, we're going to be put in what? The scriptures say how you're going to have many who won't die. You're going to have many who are going to see Yahushua, and they're going to be changed into those incorruptible bodies on the spot. But what you're going to have, of course, you're gonna have Israelites who are martyrs, or you're gonna have elect Israelites who are martyrs, and but ultimately you're gonna have Israelites who have already passed away. So what the point is that it says, verse 15, for we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump. Slakia. It says, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead and the Mashiach shall rise first. Yeah, because the ones who have perished, they're going to be risen. It says, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. So shall we ever be with the Lord. Hey, so there you have it, man. So us currently, and Lord's will be endure unto the end. Ultimately, what? I mean, our hope is that Yahushua does keep us unto the end. Meaning, we endure unto the end. But also that Yahushua keeps us alive, or Yahweh Basim Yahushua keeps us alive unto the coming of the Lord, man. Because ultimately we hope to see, we hope to endure unto the end and see Yahushua coming back, to be transferred, without having to go through death. The scriptures say how, again, you're going to have many that do not taste of death once Yahushua comes back, and that's what we hope to be, or that's what we desire. So we were changed from the corruptible into the incorruptible without having to go through death. It says, so then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we be ever. Like it says, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore, comfort one another with these words. Yeah, that's what we're doing as prophets. We're going into everything, man, within the Bible. Us men in great millstone and like-minded brothers, we go into everything. And immortality, incorruption is one of the many things that's within the scriptures that we bring out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And yeah, the scriptures, this is what the scriptures mention. It says, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1:14, for he created all things that they might have their being, and the generations of the world were healthful, and there is no poison of destruction in them, nor the kingdom of death upon the earth, for righteousness is immortal. Yeah, Yahushua is going to have that righteous kingdom, man. The righteous everlasting kingdom. And as it says in Jeremiah chapter 31:31, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. This new covenant is going to be the second covenant. It says, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt. Yeah, that was the first covenant, which my covenant they break, although I was husband. It's like it says, although I was an husband unto them, said the Lord Yahweh. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord Yahweh. I will put my heart in their inward parts, and write in their hearts. It's like it says, I will put the law in their inward parts, and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. Yeah, meaning we're going to have the law, statutes, and commandments written within our hearts. Meaning that we're not going to be subject onto going off, onto sinning, onto being disobedient towards Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We're going to be 100% perfect. Once you have the laws written within your mind, within you, which heart means is law in the Hebrew, which means mind. So once you have the laws, statutes, and commandments written within you, meaning it's going to be hardwired into you. well, you're going to be incapable of sinning. And as scriptures say, sin leadeth unto death. Sin leads unto death. So once we're 100%, or once the law is 100% written within us, guess what? We're going to be 100% righteous, meaning that we're not going to sin anymore. And that brings incorruption, meaning that, again, so sin brings forth death. And if we're 100% righteous and we don't have sin within us, and we're not sinning anymore, guess what? That brings forth immortality. 2 Corinthians chapter 8 and 54, sorrows are past, and in the end it showed the treasure of immortality. Yeah, the kingdom. So, yeah, the current sorrows are because, well, we're currently in sorrows right now, and it's only going to get worse until the coming of Yahushua. So it says, and in the end, it showed the treasure of immortality. Yeah, so once Yahushua comes back, he beams up his elect. Then that treasure of immortality is going to be shown. Once we're changed onto those new bodies, Yahushua sets up his righteous kingdom. And what? He sets up the Israelites to rule over all other nations. Within, and what? Guess what? The Israelites, starting with the elect, again, we're going to have those new perfect bodies. Immortal. And what? We're never going to go off again. Meaning that there's not going to be any room for us to go off and what Yahweh Bashim Yashai puts us under our enemies again. And no, because again, we're going to be perfect. So if we're never going to go off again, us Israelites, then that means that Yahweh Bashim Yashai is never going to punish us again. Which means that this time our kingdom will be everlasting. So it says, 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and 24, know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain, and it says, now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. Yeah, so you're striving for the mastery, of course, of this truth. Why? It says, now they do it. Yeah, so, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain the corruptible crown. Yeah, everybody wants to, well, they want that corruptible crown. They want the things of the world. They want, I guess, what the quote-unquote best things that you can get within this world. But what we understand that the best things that we can obtain as hopeful elect is not of the world, but the best things that we can obtain is through, of course, it's heavenly, it's spiritual. Meaning what? That it's not of the world, it's of the heavens. It's ultimately what we're striving for is that kingdom is the kingdom of heaven, because we understand the Yahushua will crown his elect. Once Yahushua being his elect, what, the 144,000 were going to be crowned. The scriptures go into Revelation chapter 7 and Revelation chapter 14, how 144,000, or wait, you can get that second Ezra chapter 2, how what those you're going to have, well, ultimately the 144,000 will be crowned. The Lord's elect will be crowned. Yeah, so we're striving for mastery within the truth, to serve Yahweh Bashim, to be the best servants that we can towards Yahweh Bashim Yashai, to obtain that incorruptible crown. But again, what it is the kingdom of heaven, and receiving those new bodies, which are going to be immortal. That's what we're working for, man. So yeah, I believe that's the point. Lord's will you be blessed, the edified. Yahweh Bashim Yashai, Bashim Kakurash, Barakathum, Shalom.